Hello, truckers, drivers, and adventurers. I am the KILR Awesome Trucker. Where are we? We're back here at Costco in Tolleson. My goodness, how many times have we been here? I'm not sure. But yeah, we are picking up a load that is going to Henderson, Nevada. Put a little picture up here somewhere. But yeah, we're in a little bit of a rush. Just got off of home time. We're stacked with 3 loads. This is just one of them. There's another 2, so we got to get moving. Well, this is going to put a damper on our plans. The back part is overweight. I'm going to have to slide the tandems back a little bit. Perfect reason why you're going to want to check your weight before you leave here at Costco. The rear axles were over 34,000 pounds. Now the tandems were slid all the way forward. So I slid them back. It's beyond the 40-foot mark, but we're not going to California, so I'm not worried about that. Let's go ahead and weigh it. Let's see if we're legal. There's a guy back there yelling, "No parking!" See, can you hear him? Totally yelling at him. One more time, just for me and my viewers, could you, please? No? Oh, come on. Just say no parking. Just for me. Just say no parking. Be honest, though. There is plenty of places to park. There's a ton of places to park. Hey, if the KILR Awesome Trucker, Killer Gamer, can find a parking spot, so can you. We're at a Petro, in case you're wondering, off of the I-40. Not too far away from Kingman. The sun's going down. It is cold! Not completely cold, but it's a little bit cold. No parking! I'm not quite sure what's happening with the load just yet. Have not heard anything in regards to having it rescheduled. I'm looking for their phone number to see if I can call them and see if I should bring it in tonight or if I should bring it in tomorrow morning. So, yeah. That's kind of where we're at right now. Oh, yeah. No parking. Well, good morning, everyone. It's another day. Hopefully this is going to be the day of delivery. At least I'm heading over there. We'll see what happens. I don't know what's going on with driver support. I sent 3 macro 22s and got no response out of any out of them. The last macro 22 that I sent, I stated, "Hey, I'm going to be there in the morning." 7:30 in the morning is pretty much what I put. Nothing. I even sent a freeform message. Nothing. As far as my driver leader, I didn't send him a message. I didn't want to bother him, if that makes any sense. I figured at that point, I'll just make a decision to just go ahead and just shut down. So that way I'm not running my hours into, the middle of the night and then having to shut down for 10 hours, which puts, which resets around 11 or 12, 11 in the morning or something like that. And then it was just better for me just to shut down and then start early in the morning. So that way I can go. Hopefully they'll work me in to get me unloaded, leave to go to California, pick up that other load, and get going. And then, shut down around 6 o'clock or so. That seemed like the best way to be able to deal with it instead of the other way around, which I think would have been nuts. But just waiting for the air pressure to build up. We'll go ahead and get out of here. One thing I wanted to mention, and I forgot about this, when I was filling up in Phoenix, there was a driver that was in the lane next to me, and I forgot exactly what he said, but it was along these lines. He was pointing at me, and he was saying, "Were you there? Were you there? Did you see the thing? Did you get it?" Or I don't know what. I'm like, what was he talking about? And he said, "You sure, man? Did you go see the thing?" And so yesterday I was wearing the thing, the shirt that I got from the thing. I'm like, oh, that, yeah. He said he tried to go to it and it was closed, and he just watched it on YouTube. I don't think he watched mine. He did. He's like, "Oh man, you're that guy." But he said, "So, how was it?" And I said, "It was pretty cool." So I thought that was kind of neat. All right, gonna finish things up here, and we'll get going. So I'll meet you there. right, well, we have ourselves a situation other than the sun blasting me in the eye. So after I had already started my clock and started moving, like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours later, oh, you got to do your delivery 9 o'clock tonight. Tonight, I had already started my clock. So what? They want me to shut down for 10 hours and restart my clock in the evening, and then what? Stay awake all night? It's not like I can sleep like that, like during the daytime after I've already slept throughout the night. So what? Welcome to trucking? I mean, come on, that's pretty crappy. So not sure what we're going to do from here. And seeing the problem that I've got is this could have still happened if I had gone to the receiver last night, especially if it had been 10 o'clock. I had sent 3 macro 22s. I sent, sun's back. I sent a freeform message, got no response. Tried calling them myself as far as the shipper. No answer to the phone. I tried to do what I could. Instead of rolling the dice, ironically, Vegas, and getting there and finding out they still can't do it, and then trying to find a place to shut down just to wait for 9 o'clock tonight. Maybe it would have worked. Maybe it wouldn't. With how everything has happened so far on this show, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have worked. I'm pretty sure we would have been in a situation. Why? Because it seems to happen a lot. I don't know. I'm cursed, or this is just normal. I don't know. That's where we're at the moment. They sent me all these messages, and I can only catch one of them. But I'm driving, I'm on the 93. There's really no place to pull over. And I don't consider the side of the road a safe place to pull over. That's where you pull over when you have an emergency. That's not where you pull over to look at your messages or make a phone call or something. I don't know, maybe other truckers do that. I don't think that's a safe place to go, because things can happen, and things have happened. To me, a safe place is a truck stop or a rest stop, which is where I'm at right now. I'm at a TA. It doesn't look like I'm going to be parking over here, that's for sure. So what I did is I went to the fuel island and I just pulled forward is what I did. So where we're going to be from here, I don't know. I'll contact my driver later and see.
Yeah, fresh. Yeah. One time. Oh yeah, battle me if you dare. Yeah. Sucker MCs beware. Yeah. Line after line, I swear. Yeah. Throw your hands up in the air. Yeah. Yes, check the rhyme, check the beat. Got what you need, what you need, what you need. Hey, what you need, what you need, what you need. Hey. I got what you need, what you need, what you need. 'Cause I'm fresh to death, yeah, I'm funky. It was all a dream back in the day. Now it's all so real around my way. Paying bills with my rhyme skills, can you see? Up the hills, car thrills, so much luxury. Yes, check the rhyme, check the beat. Got what you need, what you need, what you need. Hey, what you need, what you need, what you need. I got what you need, what you need, what you need. 'Cause I'm fresh to death, yeah, I'm funky. Rise I claim all this fame and the right to destroy call your name. Drained in the fire, never gonna stop. Hand over fist, fought my way to the top. I break it down. Cut it up. Got what you need, what you need, what you need. Hey, what you need, what you need, what you need. I got what you need, what you need, what you need. Cause I'm fresh to death, yeah, I'm funky. My DJ cut it up one time. My posse put their hands up high. I serve you with the funky rhymes. Let me serve you with the funky rhymes. I break it down. Cut it up. Got what you need, what you need, what you need. Hey, what you need, what you need, what you need. I got what you need, what you need, what you need. Cause I'm fresh to death, yeah, I'm funky. Give me your beat, I break it down. Hip hop don't stop, here is the sound. Fresh is the word of what you heard. My rhyme's so dope, it's red alert. Yes, check the rhymes, check the beat.
Call my name,
Yeah,
and I'm already there. You don't need to write it in the sky, baby.
you know it.
Call my name, and I'm already there.
Right.
You don't need to write it in the sky, baby.
I'm a hustler by nature, it's in my blood. Steady chasing this paper and rolling dubs. So my money never out of sight. And I'm all swagged up with a red and green stripes. They want that top drop music out, windows down, G's up.
Call my name,
Yeah,
and I'm already there. You don't need to write it in the sky, baby.
you know it.
Call my name, and I'm already there.
Right.
You don't need to write it in the sky, baby.
Hopping out of plane, out of town flights. Yeah, seems like I must have done something right. Like I'm on the block, people on my product waiting in the line, and now it's all sold out. They want that top drop music out, windows down, G's up.
Got what you need, what you need, what you need. Hey, what you need, what you need, what you need. I got what you need, what you need, what you need. Cause I'm fresh to death, yeah, I'm funky. Smooth operator, dope innovator, iceberg, the rhyme gladiator. Yes, check the rhymes, check the beat, no defeat, style complete, harder than concrete. Got what you need, what you need, what you need. Hey, what you need, what you need, what you need. I got what you need, what you need, what you need. Cause I'm fresh to death,
You know it.
yeah, I'm funky. Got what you need, what you need, what you need. Hey, what you need, what you need, what you need. I got what you need, what you need, what you need. Cause I'm fresh to death, yeah, I'm funky.
So we're here at Terrible's, which I hear lives up to its name, but that's just reviews that I've read. This is a place that my driver leader has used before. He said this is a great place to come and park. My goodness, there's a lot of trucks coming. Look at this. The actual truck stop is over there, but where I'm parked, obviously from what you can see, there are trucks. I think those are supposed to be for cars, but where I am is long enough for trucks, tractor trailers, semis, whatever you want to call it. My goodness, they're all pouring in. They're all just pouring in. He was saying here and also Prim at that Flying J, there's and we've been there, there's a lot of parking spots there, and there's some behind the casino too. He's saying that these are two good spots, so I put these into my Garmin to save them. Also talked with my driver leader, and he said that there's really nothing we can do in regards to the change of the appointment being at 9 tonight. That's just how Costco is. That's what he said. So yeah, I guess that's it. So we're gonna have to shut down here and get going tonight. And I have some ideas of how we can go about do this that does not require driving all through the night, because I'm going to have trouble with that. But I do have an idea, and it involves the split sleeper berth. So also I'm going to be looking and see if there's some Swift facilities too that we can, but I got to plan it all out. Let's go ahead and talk about where we're going to be making our delivery. We're going to be delivering to this Costco here in Henderson. This is the north side. You can see there's the dock right here. Hopefully all these trailers won't be here. But we want to take a look and see how are we going to get in here. Well, the best way is to come here off of Mark Street and come in and turn in here and maybe park off to the side. It's hard to say because there's all these cars and stuff. It's going to be hard to turn here and get straightened up. I guess this is one possibility. And there's all this stuff here, so we might be able to just park right alongside that. And the receiving office is probably right here. Parking next to here is a possibility too. And here's a truck. Okay, they're just parked right. Okay, that's probably what we'll do. But then we would swing around like this, and it's going to be at night, so hopefully it'll be clear here. But we should be able to swing around like this and straighten out the trailer, straighten out the truck, and be able to back in. Or if anything, bring it around like this so we're at so we can do a side back. But I don't think it's going to be too bad. Let's take a look at what it would look like in 3D. It kind of reminds me of Flight Simulator 2020. If you get too close, it all turns into a big mess like this here. But yeah, so we're coming in this way, and you can see the docks here. And who knows? I mean, this might be sitting here, and we might be just backing up into this one dock right here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So it gives us a little bit something to look at here. Not too bad, really. I think we got plenty of room to work our way in there. Well, it's evening. Just spent some time editing an episode for this series, as well as laying down for an hour here and there. I thought he was looking for a parking spot. I'm surprised he didn't park here. What was he thinking? I'm not sure. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and head out. Hopefully we won't have any trouble or anything like that. Oh, it looks like he's going to the truck plaza. All that traffic that was over here on this street, it was because the interstate going east was actually closed, and so all that traffic was being routed around onto this side road over here. They've opened it up now, so we don't have that traffic, so thank goodness. So it should be a lot easier, hopefully, to get to that Costco. But yeah, just want to get this done, taken care of, and then come right back here and shut down. And so that way I can get some sleep, and we'll get going in the morning. All right, well, we're here. Oh man, trying to navigate Las Vegas at night is a little freaky, if you ask me. Thank goodness I got the Garmin, because the Garmin will tell me what lane I need to be in. But got a few things to talk about here. Well, okay, well, not a whole lot of things. So here we are alongside the Costco, just how I showed it there on the Google Maps and the 3D. So we would go forward and then straighten up the trailer and back right on in. And they close at 8:30, so a lot of these cars should be out of the way by then. Yeah, we came off the freeway and came over in this direction, and oh my word. And we turned on Marks Street, which has apartments alongside it, and then you come in here. So it was very helpful to look at this on Google Maps so I could get an idea of which way to come in. Because here's a couple of things. To start off with, the Garmin and Google Maps were giving me the same directions. Remember, I use Google Maps and I place a pin where the entry is that I want to take the truck through, or where it should be going through. Okay, if I'm not sure, I'll go to Google Street View and take a look at the area. And as a matter of fact, this area right around the building is also on Google Street View too, which I thought was interesting. But yeah, so they were in sync with each other. The Swift GPS was like, oh, take Nevada 461 off in this direction. I'm like, what? Remember, the Swift GPS, I'm going to turn off my lights here. The Swift GPS is going to take you the shortest route with the least amount of miles, but not necessarily the best route. In some cases, it's not meant for truckers at all. I don't know. It's like half a truck GPS and half not a truck GPS. But oftentimes it will get you to the correct spot as far as where you should be taking your truck into the shipper or the receiver. But after a bit, the Garmin wanted to take me off in a different direction to get to Costco, and the Swift GPS and the and Google Maps were in sync with each other. So I thought that was interesting. That was just when we got off the freeway. Garmin wanted to take me, I don't know, off that direction for some reason. And Swift and Google Maps wanted me to make a left, which is right down here. And then Google Maps is like, okay, take a left at this light right over here. Swift is like, okay, drive all the way down, then make a U-turn and come back. So my best advice for you, one, I've said this before, get a real truck GPS. Rand McNally or like Garmin, like what I have. And the reason for that is it's going to save your tail. You're not going to get these, 90% of the time, you're not going to get these confusing directions that go all over the place. And it's got a three-dimensional view when it comes up, when you start having to go from one freeway to another freeway, many times it will come up with a little three-dimensional side view or a sidebar, and it has a 3D view, and it shows you which lane you should be in. And some go by what it shows you, because it's setting you up for, like, sometimes you only have to worry about the one turn that it's for the lane that it's got highlighted, and sometimes it's setting you up for the next turn after that. Some of these loops you're like, okay, make a right, now make a left. So and there's some stuff around here that is kind of like that, and the Garmin will have you in the lane that you need to be in to be able to make that correct, go this way on this fork and this way on this fork, okay, and then you're going this way. It will keep you on the right route, instead of you just thinking, okay, make a left here, okay, now make a right, you know. That's what the Swift one does. But yeah, but don't rely on it completely. Have it, like I said, I've used it at least 90% of the time. I do have the Swift GPS on. Once I start getting close, well, no, not necessarily. Yeah, a lot of times I'll have it on the same time with the Garmin, because I like to, one, I like to ignore it, and two, I like having the stats for my hours of service. I like to see where it is. And also too, the Swift GPS will give you your ETA based on what your speed is. I've noticed that. The Garmin gives you your ETA based on what the speed limit is. Swift one does not. I've noticed that whatever my speed is, and if I were to manually calculate it out, it's pretty darn close to what the Swift one comes up with. So it does have its uses. And then the Google Maps, which I use maybe 5% of the time, is really to get me to the right entry point. I know for sure with the Google Maps, because I manually looked at it on a satellite view. I went to Google Street View. I went to the 3D view, the Google Earth or whatever, and looked at it, and basically did my homework. So I know that I should be going into this area, and so I'll use that. I only use that once I'm getting close. I definitely don't have it on the entire trip. That would be ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, that's it. That's my suggestion for you folks in regards to navigation. Please, for the love of all that's holy, do not rely on the Swift GPS. And I think that goes for any company GPS, because I've been told that I think there's another, I've heard it on another video somewhere, but I've also met someone who was with a different carrier, and he had a Garmin just like I did. He had the same one. And he said, yeah, I use that. He's like, my company one is trash. And so it's not just Swift. Okay. It's something about, I don't know, something about these company GPSs. Who knows? I mean, it's not horrible until it is, I guess. Just be aware that it's gonna mix you around. I don't know what it is. It wasn't that bad when I was with my mentor. It seemed okay. We got around. But now, because I have it on, and with my Garmin, And I don't know what this... They've been doing some system updates. I know because there's some things on here that it does that it didn't used to. And ever since these updates, the directions that this thing gives is awful. Absolutely awful. So, yeah, you definitely... look, it's under $200. Okay, it's going to be the best $200 you could spend. Think of it as an investment, right? I mean, you're a company driver. You might even be an owner operator. Either way, but you're going to want the tools for your success, right? Let's say you worked in an office. You want to make sure you've got yourself pens. And I know a pen is cheaper than a GPS, but you get what I'm saying. You want the tools that are going to help you be successful. A trucker GPS is going to help you be successful, among other things. Because I swear, if I didn't have that, I would be in all kinds of trouble. But yeah, so already checked in, so we're just going to be waiting out here until they tell us to go get docked. I know I like to joke and play around with the whole get out and look thing, but that's exactly what we're doing right now. Is we're going to get out, and since we're waiting, we're going to scope the area here, before we actually drive in this area, so we can get kind of an idea of what we're going to do here. Get run over by a car. Okay, so yeah, this is going to work out beautifully. So we're going to be coming around here. We've got another Swift driver. Oh, there's like an open dock. But we're going to be coming in, swinging, and just basically pulling straight and backing up. I mean, this couldn't be any simpler. This is probably one of the best Costco's that I've come to as far as parking. I don't know what it is about Vegas though, because I felt like I was going into a cold sweat coming here. I mean, I was fine going. I don't know what it is. It's like I felt sick, but I wasn't sick. I was very nervous, very anxious for some reason. And maybe it's just because I was afraid something might go wrong with this load, that it would be delayed, or, I just want it to be done so we can get to the next one. Because we got some good stuff coming. But, can't you folks go somewhere else? But yeah, I just felt uneasy. And I've driven through Vegas before, but it was been during the daytime. Maybe it's something about Vegas and nighttime. I mean, I know the nightlife in Vegas is what it's all about. I know that. But I don't know, something was unsettling to me. Maybe it's just, trying to find a place to park afterwards, tonight. But hopefully everything will be fine at that Terrible's. Hopefully it won't be terrible. Yeah, hopefully it'll be fine. Well, basically, where the one Swift truck is parked, that's where they're going to have us go, because the guy said that, we have someone pulled in there now, and as soon as they move, then we'll get you in there. So that's that. We're backed up, as you can see. I don't know if you can see in the mirror there. We're shaking. But yeah, we're docked up. So wasn't that bad. Wasn't that bad. The fact that there wasn't any cars up there really helped, because I needed the space to be able to swing around and get it in here. Although I probably could have wiggled it in also, but it's just as easy to do it this way. But yeah, so everything is pretty much complete. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. Hope you're enjoying the series. If so, be sure to click that like button. It really helps out the video and the series, helps out me, helps out the channel. It's that whole YouTube algorithm thing. You know how it is. And if you're new here, be sure to subscribe. Be a part of our KILR community, because we got a lot of stuff going on with this channel. Not just this trucking vlog. There's other stuff here too. So you might want to check it out and see what treasures await you here on KILR Television. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode. Have a KILR Awesome Trucking Day.